Okay, so you just sent me the picture. Um, so if I just import a photo, we're just going to import the photo that you sent me. So this comes in, you go to Canvas, you click on Canvas information, and this shows exactly what you showed me last night. So, well, except that these are slightly different measurements. Uh, what I'm doing here is really kind of pointless because I'm going to change the size of the canvas anyway. Um, Inconceivable starts there, so I'm just making sure that I get one full repeat on the canvas. And see, I didn't there, and so with Procreate, it automatically crops it. So I just tap with 2 fingers to undo because it's all gesture controls. Let's see if I can do this with inconceivable being off. I'll just leave it there. I took a screenshot with my, but okay, so let's just go with this though for now to explain something. Okay, so there you have 1.917 by 1.962. So I go over to my handy dandy calculator and we close some things because we really don't need them all open. Okay. So we're going to done. No, that's not what I wanted to do. I want to go into my calculator and I'm going to take those same measurements. See, these are the 2 measurements from last night. Uh, but what you just again gave me is slightly different. So, click a wrench, canvas information 1.917. 1.917. I'm going to do it times 8 equals, so my calculator tape will hold that there for us so we know the one dimension. And then the other is 1.962. So we go 1.962 times 8. And now we have the dimensions of our new canvas. So we're going to go back and do 15.336. This is, we're going to go into crop and resize. We're going to go, oh, it's in pixels. Oh, we're not going to crop and resize. I'm sorry. We're going to exit here. And we're going to create a new canvas. So you go up to your plus, and then at the top you'll see the plus sign for the new canvas. So we type in the width, which was 15.336. And of course, we forgot to change it to inches. Down here, you'll see millimeters, centimeters, inches, and pixels. So going into inches, 15.336. And then the height is going to be 15.696. 0.96. Is it? Wait a minute. No, 696. I'm going to call that done and create. And you'll see it already automatically gave us 300 DPI. It automatically defaults to the high level for printing. Okay, so now we are going to insert the same photo, except I'm going to ignore it, honestly, because I'm going to fit it to screen. So now we've upped it, but I found a better screenshot. So let's go with my screenshot. So I'm going to delete yours. I'm going to make this big enough. And as I'm doing this, I'm looking at the repeat, making sure that I don't rid myself of all of it. So I can get rid of the top and just make sure that the one quote is left on the top. And then I'm going to release this since I can. Remember, every time you release in the transform tool in Canva, it will delete and turning off magnetics. Magnetics is down here, and it's helpful a lot of the times, but sometimes it interferes with your ability to precisely manipulate your canvas. So right there has the last quote on the top and the first quote on the bottom. And obviously the repeat is off. So I'm going to go under canvas now. I'm going to click crop and resize. And I'm just going to pull that border over until I clear the repeat. Okay, so here we have this. Now, if you want to make a repeat out of this and not just have it be the square, but be what they had it be, where they had it repeating, we're going to, you can save your canvas. I'm going to duplicate it. I'm not, like, this is kind of, okay, before I do anything though, I need to turn magnetics back on, because when I'm squaring off, the only way to do the whole snap down to 50% is by turning on magnetics. Otherwise, it'll just move freely, and you have to try and guess at accuracy. Okay. So the way that Spoonflower has it is the one repeat overlaps. So they have this one. I'm going to increase it, decrease it, increase it, and decrease it. So that's about where they have that one. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to take the bottom one, gonna stick it in the center, and I'm gonna bring it up to the top. White is not the best color. I'm trying to find pen. Okay, I'm going to go under inking. Use the technical pen. I can't get my pencil out of my iPad case. Okay. Now I'm putting a pink line there and a pink line there, and that's what I call squaring off your canvas. It's telling Procreate, so you can see now that that layer looks smaller than the others. It's telling Procreate that this specific image takes up the entire area. So now that we have them squared off, we are going to put them all in their corners, and if you watch my videos from the beginning, it'll explain to you exactly what this is doing. It's inverting the images. I'm going to merge them. And now I'm going to go back and I'm just going to erase the center, the sides, and the top of the bottom. I am going to leave the left and the top left and the bottom right because it still needs to be a squared off image. Okay, so now I'm going to increase it back to its original size, which means it'll bring it back up to 200. And I'm going to line it up right with this. So, and you want to make sure there's no line on top or bottom. So you have to be fairly precise. We're a little bit off there, but I don't know that I have the ability to not be. If you tap, it's called nudging. See if I tap up there. Oh, looks like we may have done it. Okay, now there's still some. So what I'm just gonna do, I'm gonna cheat. I'm gonna turn our background to black, and now our lines are gone. So now you have a bit of an overlap. There is zero reason for that line there. It's probably a low-res line because screenshots often leave us with low-res lines. But, oh, okay, so that is what's showing there. Oh, did I cut off the left on that? I did. Okay, but regardless, we've essentially, my printer fixes the low-res lines for me. So I generally don't worry about them, but you'd have to talk to whatever printer you used about that. Or you use about that. But now, oops. Turn back on magnetics. This, no, it's not, because this is actually, okay, so this is actually our seamless tile. So this is what you can now repeat over and over again. As your tile. But it is low res, and the words aren't necessarily completely crisp. So what I started doing last night, is this the one I started? Oh, this must be the one. So what I started doing last night was retyping everything. And as soon as I retyped something, I deleted, or I used black and just covered up what was on the under. I made up that. I don't know. There's a cool, if you go under calligraphy, the brush pen is like one of my favorite pens to work with. And it helps you to make some of the prettier lines that are in calligraphy. So that's all I did. Essentially, was play with the brush pen. And right now, where you see drop your sword, I've been importing new fonts so that I can try and find the rest of the fonts in this to repeat. Alright, that's my story. Well,